Welcome back to another episode, Wrenching the Camera, episode 14.
Are you being picked up?
Episode 14.
The podcast struggles.
This is still
Just in case you didn't hear, Marina, welcome back to another episode of Wrenching the Camera. This is episode 14. As you see, we're at Darryl's fine abode. Switched up a lot of stuff. So we're working through the kinks. All right.
Keeping all this stuff in the video too.
So I'm 100 Beast Mike, aka the Wrench.
Newhype Media. I'm the camera.
And this is the Wrenching the Camera. Yep.
And then this is our special guest, Darryl,
aka Darberverse LLC, coming soon. We are definitely putting something into fruition about that, but we won't spoil it just yet.
Hey.
All right. I don't think I ever. What is Darba actually? I never.
You know, Darba is actually Darryl Batista. You take the first 3 letters of my first name, the 2 letters of my last name, Darba.
Okay.
And since I'm such a huge Uchiha fan,
Right.
Darba Uchiha. I mean, that was my original Instagram name and everything. So, because Uchiha is like my most favorite thing in the whole thing of Naruto.
Right.
They've definitely gone through some stuff there.
I don't think I've ever. Yeah. I don't think I even put 2 and 2 together. But that's what that was. All right. Well, now I know what Darba is. Darba is Darryl's name.
It's a pretty cool name.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Nice. All right. So, as our first official guest of the podcast, we kind of let you start off the topic you want to talk about. Get into this little
Oh,
discussion.
actually, okay.
Oh, my bad.
How do we know Darryl? Okay, so Darryl is my coworker. He also had a 370Z. Go on my Instagram page. That orange, that sunburnt. What was the color code? Do you remember what it was called?
Magma Red.
It was Magma Red, but it was orange. So talk to Nissan about that.
Yeah.
370Z.
It was like Magma Red for real?
Yeah, because the red one, that crispy shifts drives, the 370
Yeah.
Nismo's red. Mine is not like fully red like that because
Yeah.
it's parked side
Wait,
by
is
side.
it called Red or is it?
His?
Yeah, is the Nissan
Runaway
color
Red or something like that?
That's like, we're going to call this Red. It's red.
Hey, Nissan, you wildin'!
My descriptions are out of this world, so he'll probably edit a couple of those in the future. But,
So he had the Nissan 370Z. Then he upgraded to a Stinger, which
R.I.P.
yeah,
R.I.P.
RIP. So, and now he quit because we don't have a life working in a dealership.
I mean, it was a lot of hours.
Yeah, it's a lot of hours. I mean, it pays well for the most part. Sometimes, but sometimes you look at your paycheck in your life and you're like,
Thank God I sold cars 2 months ago.
yeah, I think I could do better. But this is all I know.
I worked my ass off that last month though, because my last month there, I definitely pulled in some monies there.
Yeah.
I had to put the S there for plural for more than one.
So
Do it, go out big.
True.
he did try. He was a car salesman. Then he went into service advising. Then he went back to car selling. But then, yeah, it's just so taxing in the dealership life. Darryl's on bigger and better things, and he was like, "Hey, when are you guys coming over?" And I was like, "Okay, cool. We could come over. You want to do the podcast? Yeah, we could do the podcast over here." So like, you want to do the podcast over here? Marina was like,
Free rent.
"Yeah, we could do the podcast over here." So now we're over here. So yeah, this is his humble abode, and yeah,
It's nice. You got I don't know if it picks up in camera, but we got the fancy lights.
Yeah.
Galaxy lights.
Well, yeah, it had to be pointed on this.
Yeah, that's
This
true.
was
I think so.
I mean, if you guys all want to wear blindfolds and pretend we're all like Daredevil and put the lights closer to the wall.
It's right there. Get the shades out of my car. Yeah.
Right.
Man. But yeah, so we're actually happy to have you as our first guest because
Yeah.
Thank you.
known you
Thank
both
you.
together for like the longest. So, and I met you through Mike.
Yeah, I remember. I was driving the 350Z convertible at that time.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
What?
No, because you traded.
No.
you
I met
traded.
you. I met you when you had the
yeah.
370.
Like
'Cause-
outside, but I met you at the dealership. Outside of Mike's Bay.
Oh,
yeah.
It might have been one.
This is like before 100
Yeah.
Beast Mike. This
Yeah.
is before.
Yeah, I didn't know you had the 350.
Mhm.
I don't think I've seen your car. I think the first time I seen your car was
The Magma Red, Orange.
The
370Z.
magma. Hot magma. It's a
Yeah.
different color
What
than
did-
red.
You remember what we did? What we all did?
We
Was the
all
first time we got together?
always do the 904 Ink stuff.
Was that the first time?
No, we
Or
went.
Was that
We
something separate for you two?
we went and
I know one time we shot at night. and we
did hood
like
rat.
rollers.
Yeah, did hood rat stuff
Hood rat.
together. Then
I mean, we didn't do anything
Where
crazy.
was this hood rat located?
I don't know, we went on. Yeah, we just went to St. Augustine and drove really fast for reasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, was that one time where we had to follow everybody and then
Yeah,
we
that-
went?
that-
No,
I was
that was
hauling
just-
ass.
yeah, that was just us. That was just us.
That was Ashley's cruise.
Ashley's cruise was another time.
This was before the garage?
What garage?
Because we...
What?
Oh, yeah, this is way before the garage. My bad. I'm trying to remember as hard as I can.
What?
Yeah, I was just trying to do an introduction for Darryl. That's all. That's all.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I
no, you
appreciate
That's
it.
all right.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
We're finna be
But
all day on this, but yeah.
We definitely had some good times, though. I mean, all the times we went out there, from keg and coin
Goodness.
to two-step battles to even underneath the Dames Point, the cruise, the multiple stops we did. That's what I was talking about when the final stop, we, instead of making a right on A1A, instead of making a left on A1A, we did a right. And I'm like, I don't see nobody. And
Yeah,
I'm
we
hauling
was-
ass.
yeah, we were
It
on
was
the
30
coast-
miles per hour, no
coastline.
cops. I'm like, wham, pa, 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 wham.
Yeah, we was really on the coastline, like just looking at
I
all
was
these.
like, oh my God, please don't let nobody walk out in front of me.
Yeah.
Doing 90 and small.
Yeah, that's always a nice drive over there, though.
It is.
But yeah, you had. We're gonna let you start. We're gonna let you start off the topic, our first topic discussion for the day. So what was the things you had in mind, my friend?
So the first topic of this day today, episode 14 as guest, thank you. I was thinking about lately of like, what would we do if civilization wasn't like today? Like it was straight primal. And what I mean by primal is like, we're out there, we got to rebuild our stick because we used it too much to, hunt down food and all these things, right? Like, instead of working so hard, being in line, waiting for a green piece of paper to dictate how we live, like, oh, I got to pay the bills now. Oh, I got to go buy food with this thing. You know what I mean? This piece of paper.
Right.
How different would it be? Would we be more inclined to help each other out? Would we be more evil? Take that boar that I just killed, like, like, hey family, I just brought you this boar I killed, and this guy just comes up to me with a big, a
bigger stick.
huge spear, and just like, let me get that. I don't have to do hunting. Like,
Yeah.
what do you guys think?
I think like how it would affect us. I think obviously we'd be a whole lot different. Like I think the fact that we have to work for money in order to get certain things, and then people get greedy with it. Some people just want more and more money. That kind of like.
Right.
So does that equal like more and
Or
more
just
chickens, more and more boars, more and more fish?
I mean, like in that terms, like, because back in the day, you kind of just hunt just to eat and survive.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I think they kind of just be basically back to that. Or like, I need food for the day, so I'm gonna go get food.
Right.
My
I mean-
family, provide for my family.
What do you think, Mike? Like,
So like, okay, so are we saying we never went into like the Iron Age? None of that. Like,
Yeah.
we got none of this. Like, we're still living in tents. We're still hunting. Get like, there's no cars.
it's like that movie Year One.
There's no
Oh,
cars.
okay.
Well, have you seen See, the movie SEE on Apple TV? It's about civilization. They went blind.
It's like that Birds movie.
No, not like Bird Box. Okay. Not like Bird Box. See, it's with Jason Momoa.
Back up first. How do you have Apple TV?
Yeah, I don't have Apple.
It's an app. It's an app. It was an app. It's an app. I have Roku. I have it on PlayStation.
And
that's the real question.
So
food's at the
it's
table.
a show on. Okay, yeah. So there's a show. There's a show called C. It's in the future. Some disease happened. All of mankind cannot see anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
We go blind. So now everybody's back living in like
I'm so sorry.
what you call it in clans and stuff.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, some people are able to see now. And then this guy is basically going around impregnating women and then creating a bunch of babies that can see to make a whole civilization of. So anyway,
What?
I'm not saying. So I'm trying to figure out, like, did we shut down, like something happened and we have to go back to that, or are you saying that it just stayed that way? Because that's two different answers.
That's very true. That's
That's
very
two
true. I'm
different
glad
ones.
you brought that up. Actually,
two
I'll clear
different
that
ones.
up real quick. I'm saying is, what if now civilization dropped from whatever we got going on now?
Okay.
So what if we went back? Okay.
So if we went back, okay, so that would go into, let's see here. If you could group enough people together, then you could just take whatever, right?
That's fine because I'll be Negan.
So then there'll be a group of people.
No exceptions.
There'd be obviously a group of people that are just full on aggressors, takers. There'll be people that will be stuck in the mindset of how it was and think that they could bribe their way into a position. In the show C also, like, because everyone's blind, right?
Feels like Bird Box.
Well, Bird Box you can still see, but it was by choice. Like you couldn't, like, you know what I mean?
No choice
But
for you.
there's-
Eyeballs.
Yeah, there's no choice. So like, there are people because you can't see. You could talk your way out of situations, but you could be right in the room and be hearing someone backstabbing you. Like
I'd rather hear someone backstab
Like
you.
literally, they're literally plotting against you. They're literally plotting against you.
he said? Dude, I'm right here. Like
I didn't
10 feet
leave.
away.
Oh, my bad. Like that type of stuff, like real deal happens in the show, and it's crazy because you're watching it because you can see, but they have no idea what's going on.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
So if we went back to it, I think the morality decline would be like crazy fast. If we just stuck in it this whole time, then I think, I mean, of course, greedy people are still gonna be greedy people.
I don't think it would be as bad.
Yeah, it just wouldn't be as
I feel
bad.
like it'd be worse.
I feel like gluttony wouldn't be like really a thing because we was watching Tarzan the other day, and my son was like, "Why is he so skinny?" And I was like, "He's eating to survive, not eating just to eat." Like if our choices was to like
Clearly, I'm fat.
like our choice was to we choose to eat, right? Like
Right.
I woke up this morning, I made biscuits and sausage, we put syrup on it and all this other stuff. Like I would have to go find a maple tree and get the sap from the tree and get
And
the
how do we
syrup.
make this biscuit?
You know what I'm saying? Figure out how I'm supposed to make this biscuit and all this extra time. Now it's like my 30 minute window of me cooking breakfast is now like whole 2, 3, 4 hours now because I had to find the flour, I had to get all this stuff together just to make it. You know what I mean? And what if my chickens didn't lay no eggs? Now we ain't got no bread. We ain't got, you know what I mean? Like, you don't got none of this stuff to actually make it from scratch type thing. So,
That's a good point there.
we'll be more physically fit. Well, we should be more physically fit. I mean, lazy people are always going to be lazy. I mean,
That's why I think, like, in this topic here, you're really going to separate the men from the boys, okay? And what we know now, if things did fall apart, you're right about the whole group thing. I think there would be groups that be like, hey, this group right here is going to try to, like, we got to turn the electricity back on. You know, we got to get this thing rolling again. You know,
Yeah.
we can't live back then. I don't know how to do that, you know? And then you have other people that depending on the status in life. Let's say, like, for me, example, I didn't have a lot of things growing up, and I had to do things myself.
Right.
So if the world would shut down, electric would shut down, things like that, I would use my brain for sources, find people who'd be like, hey, Mike, we could, run through that Walmart and see whatever's left.
Right.
Or,
and people like try to hold like strongholds and stuff. Well, I mean, you see what's going on in the world right now. Freaking there's not a day that's gone by since freaking Russia went into Ukraine that I've seen. Hey, is Putin gonna drop the big bombs on us? And like,
what do you think, Reno? You think people
I'm just sitting here like, bro, I don't know if you ever read those articles, but like they always use a picture of Putin with like a smug face, like.
It's a meme. It's definitely a meme.
And then on top of that, he said, "You guys will feel something that you've never felt before." I'm like,
Okay,
whoa!
I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
I watched a TikTok on that, and they had a valid point. They're like, there is no way that comment could have been directed towards anybody but America. Because
is that an American comment?
I'll
let you know. You'll know when you feel something.
Like the people would just say like,
F around and
find
find out.
It's like find out. When I was like,
Try me.
Hold on. Did you say you need the launch codes? Hold on 1 second. Launch codes?
I'm trying to stay out of it. Be on Biggie Badge. You're gonna be in it now.
Yeah. So it'd be very interesting to see. And then we watched Chernobyl, right?
Oh, dude,
right?
I definitely saw Chernobyl.
So then,
HBO Chernobyl?
Did you see that? Yeah. Okay. So
graphite.
An article came up saying that they shut down some nuclear plant or something. They attacked some plant. And I was like, oh god, here we go. Here we go.
Don't go downwind.
Yeah. So then we will have to get like hazmat suits and stuff like that, and then now everybody will have to have guns, and then once ammo gets stopped getting made, and then we'll go back to bow and arrow and knives and swords and all that stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I think basically it would kind of almost would be in the same situation how we are today,
just
as
upgraded.
far as like
The savagery,
mentalities and moralities and all that stuff. It just we don't necessarily have the technology that we had to get things done the way we did before.
Right.
So now it kind of be like same means to an end, but just different methods of approaching it. And I think also too, like you said, because it is more difficult, things are more difficult to obtain. You're gonna see the people who really wanted to do it, and the ones who like, nah.
Right. Kind of like the Book of Eli. That guy was trying to get the Bible to run everything.
Yeah. So like that. So yeah. It would be interesting. I definitely don't think it would be a good thing.
No,
definitely.
Because we watch all the shows like The Last Kingdom and stuff, like Vikings and stuff like that, and you're always like, it'd be cool because people try you in the corporate world, and like they know they're trying you, and because
all they have is words, buddy.
And then back then it was like, all right, make the square, and like if someone challenged you, you had to, like straight up.
Absolutely.
And it was just like.
Back then, there was no words. It's straight up physical.
If someone said make the square, make the square, then that was it.
Well type shit.
And that too is like, all right. Well, are we still gonna have a society? Like we're still gonna have like the
segregated society,
the police, and the
there's gonna be factions,
hospital healers and stuff like that, or is it still gonna be like
no? It would be
we're not gonna have any of those.
It would be shut down on a smaller scale. So like in C again, right? Because they're blind, of course. So imagine every neighborhood. Now that's a community, and then some of these neighborhoods are so big now. Then like you'll probably square off of like a block, and those people will be like, all right, these are my people. These are who I'm going to stay around. Or like people would try to get to someone that they know, and like they'll try to be around those people, and then that's just what we're going to do. Just be around the people that we mess with on a regular basis. Because like me going to my place, you going to your place, and Darryl being here, like I had to get 30 minutes just to get here. All right.
Imagine without cars.
Without cars and all that. Yeah, we would just have to stay in this general vicinity. We'll, make sure we have a medic. We make sure we have somebody that could farm. Everyone would have to learn the basic.
Oregon Trail.
Everyone would have to learn basic functions and stuff like.
What kind of skill set do you have?
it would probably go back to like real deal. Hey, men, you guys fight. Women, you guys can fight too. But like this is what it's like.
I didn't mean to degrade you, but you got to do laundry.
That junk.
Like, you got to twist it. You know, rinse it in water.
And yeah, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Because like, what if that does happen? Right, primal stuff. No electricity, no gas, no more cars. Right, like I was saying, we have to segregate. Things are so far. What if we get sick? No more medicine. You know, things like that. Like, it's really gonna hit the fan because then either you work together or you die.
Yeah.
You know, people. I think if this really does happen or were to happen, people are gonna learn real quick.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's gonna be people that I can't do this. You commit suicide, write a I'm sorry on the wall with blood on it. Like, it'll be pretty intense.
Yeah, it'll be definitely be wild.
It's like The Walking Dead, but nobody's dead yet.
Yeah, well, COVID taught us, you know, who's gonna definitely be like a zombie. You know, they'll have the bite and they'll still be walking around like, "Hi guys, I'm fine." Hey, bro, you're turning gray, bro.
Am I? I thought it was just cold today.
It's 90 degrees out. Why you got the shakes, man? What's up?
I don't know, man. I need my Lucky Charms.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of that, and then like trusting new people would be kind of weird too, because like, you know, hey man, those guys over there, they seem like they got a pretty good system, and then, you know, you got a bunch of snakes in a crew together, but they ain't got nothing. They're gonna try to infiltrate and then take, and then they still gonna have nothing because they just don't know how to do nothing.
That's how the banks feel when I deal with folks. They're like, "Huh, it's new people. I don't know if I trust you at $20,000."
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Dang.
What type of food did we? Where'd you get?
A lot of stuff there. Are we gonna cut? Take two?
Yeah, so it's not. No, we're not gonna take a break. We're just gonna keep on.
Get in there.
Yeah. Where is this from?
I'm actually gonna talk less time.
Mukbang. Some Tex-Mex place.
Is Thai?
Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex. You said mukbang. What?
What?
You never heard of mukbang?
No.
They're like when people like sit down and eat.
They even delivered mojitos, yeah. There's a
Oh,
mojito
that's
in
what
here.
I'm saying. Like, that's Asian.
No, that's.
And I was like, they got
I
tacos.
mean, no, people would do it with like everything. They've done it with McDonald's. They've done it with like Italian food. They just like.
Interesting. All right.
You got one more in here.
And what?
Two of them are mine.
What'd you get? Two.
I got 2 steak, 2 shrimp. Well, no,
They
these
put
are-
it together. It looks
Just-
like
Okay.
Yeah, I think they threw everything.
they threw everything in one. I got the same. I have two of the same tacos. When you said you wanted shrimp and steak, and I'm like, oh snap, this looks good. They're all the same. They're all the same.
These are shrimp and steak. Yeah, they're all the same. Okay.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Right. I
What's
got
it-
two.
what's
You
it
got
like?
4.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Was that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, two. Oh, yeah. So both of these are y'all's.
And I mean, there's more in here too. So please.
So I figured. So speaking of all that, like, you know, going back in time and, you know, the people still being who they are and the dumb stuff that they still do. On the news a few weeks ago, there's a report about some, I guess, you said daytime street racing. They got
Yeah.
hit a school bus.
That's crazy.
See if I can find it.
When did this happen?
Was it a couple weeks ago?
It was a couple of weeks ago, at least.
At least from what I.
It was recent. Regardless, it was like really recent. That's how I found out.
Where was it taking place? Was it in north side, south side?
I think it was in
Outside.
California. It was in California.
Oh, it's California. Oof. Worst place to do it. There's cars everywhere. Places
Where
jam-packed.
did?
Anybody got a fish taco?
No.
We really be?
These are mine.
What did you respond to me at? On Newhype, or was it another?
I don't remember. It might
You
have
don't
been
remember.
That's probably
Anyway,
me with this.
someone was racing in the school zone.
You got rice and beans.
They ran a stop sign or stoplight and hit a school bus, knocking the school bus over, hurting some of the kids, and it was just like, come on, bro. Like, we already get a bad rap as it is as car people,
I know.
and it's just like, there's a time and place to go out and street race and do your illegal activities. Not broad daylight, and definitely not in the school zone. Like, okay, and I am a person that's like, if there's no kids there, I'm gonna do the regular speed limit. I might speed too, but like if I see kids around, I'm slowing down. I might come to a complete stop, depending on how old the kids are. To be completely honest, true. Like if they're elementary school, maybe just got into middle school, like I'll slow down. High school kids, you guys know, like, bro, you know what you understand. Yeah, you understand what a car is at this point. But like,
that's at the point where it's like bump them kids.
Yeah, like you know, I already got.
You got 4, right? You already 4 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got 2 over there.
I know you get 4.
Oh, I thought there was 4 in here already. So, and then I think a comedian, one of the comedians that I follow too, his son ended up dying because he got hit by some street racers, and it was also broad daylight as well. Like, if there's traffic going on, like, what are you guys doing?
I just didn't realize we were going to Mexico during the day.
Yeah, like that
was a night trip.
if it's a clear road, sure, all right, but not a school zone. But preferably, I'd rather just do it at night when I know for facts that the roads are clearer and all that. We try to go on like abandoned roads or roads that like with no activity at a certain time of night, but like don't do it in broad daylight.
It's just like having common sense. It's like during the day, usually people are out and about commuting to and from work, from school.
Yeah.
It's like you and I like the fact that too, like you think you probably gotta get away with it. It's just like,
yeah.
Well, could this be where it's like you pulled up next to someone and then you look at each other and you're like, my car's faster than yours, or something like that? Or was it like actually, let's race from here to here, broad daylight, let's just go?
Okay, so say it was just like a pull up. How do you not pay attention to what's in front of you? And usually those races aren't like that far. It's like a couple lights. So it's like, even if it was that the case, you should see a big old fat yellow school bus in front of you. Somewhere in the peripheral, even if it's not directly in front of you.
And if you're an intuitive driver, okay, where am I going through? How fast am I going? Oh, this looks like a bunch of houses, residential. So click in your mind, drive slow. Kids run out all the time. So every time I drive through a neighborhood, I slow down because I have a fear of just a kid chasing after a ball and not looking left and right. If you're an intuitive driver, depending on where you are, let's say, here's an example. You lived in Jacksonville all your life. You know that Phillips Highway, there's barely people there at some certain time, okay? Be an intuitive driver. If you're at that point side by someone, I get it. I was there. I'd be like, oh yeah, I could take you on, I could drive fast and all this stuff, but if I pass you already, I'm slowing down.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't even catch up to me on accuracy and not even on top speed, then you're done.
And I think the article said it was like 2 Mustangs.
Of course.
So at that point, it was like you guys were probably neck and neck the whole time. So like, what were you doing? Like you were going 0 to 100 plus. You were just trying to see who could go the fastest and stay in there.
Did they like say their ages?
I didn't. I didn't like do extra research to see like more.
No, I was definitely curious to know.
But
so what was the Mustangs?
But then the comedian's son. It was like a Maxima and something else were racing each other. Like so, now at that point you're just speeding, and now you're getting tagged into street racers and stuff like that, car enthusiasts. And you might be a car enthusiast, but that's not a race car, okay? A Nissan Maxima is not a race car. It might have a VQ35, but it's not. It's not a race car.
Cars seem so different here in Jacksonville. I was very surprised because
Darryl's also from California.
Yes, I am. Los Angeles. West side. The West Coast is the best coast. Thank you. I say that because of multicultural. Definitely laid back. and there's just way more things to do out there versus here in Jacksonville for some reason. Getting off topic, sorry. But thank you for that shout out. The car scene is so different here where there's points. There's like, hey, come to this meet, and this meet's about let's just do the craziest things and be who's the coolest and get the most likes and get the most social whatever. Then you got the hidden meets where it's just like we're actually chill talking about cars and what's going on. It's an actual group thing. Or there's like something where, all right, we're gonna go to this illegal area and just really bring out our cars and really go crazy, either for free or not for free, you know.
Right.
But to do it during the day,
That's where it's just like, bro,
you are not in the Fast and Furious.
relax. You gotta relax. Like, just
Chill out. There's people.
you know, just chill out. Like, there was one time I was on my way home and there was a GTR. It was like satin blue, yellow lights. Had like
What
a big
GTR?
ring on it. But then
R35?
yeah, it was R35. It was kind of clear, but I knew. Okay, so once you get up to triple digits, you're going extreme. I don't know what the actual math is, but you're clearing football fields extremely fast. So like, if there's any ounce of traffic in front of you, it's pointless. I'm just doing what a rolling 40 to 80 to 100.
Right.
That's not a race to me. You know what I mean? And like, I wanted as much as I wanted to, and he kind of egged me on, and then I kind of like slowed down too. But then I thought about it, and I was just like, nah, I passed on this. But like, if it was later at night, yeah, I'm all in. I was
people.
I'm coming home
Less traffic.
Coming home from school, freaking 12 o'clock at night, there's a Hayabusa right next to me.
Ooh.
What we do, freaking, you know, a digit from another digit. extremely fast.
Did you say 4 digits?
And at that point, he was just like, we were both looking at each other like, all right, well, who's going to let off first? And I think the bike guy was like, all right, he got it. But you know what I mean? I didn't think he was going to stay with me this whole time type thing. But yeah. I'll do it in the middle of the night.
You're allowed to disclose what's the speed that
it was like 150. That's not like when I came back and I broke my fender liner again. Yeah, when it snapped off. Now I got zip ties underneath there because of that. Yeah.
Mike and his fender liners.
I mean, your car tops out like probably 220.
Yeah, it's 210 or no 205, 210 on the dash. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's why those cars are meant to. That's true. Japanese muscle. It's a V8 because you know everyone is a 4-cylinder turbo, twin turbo, 6-cylinder twin turbo, you know. But then when you step into the 8 realm in the Asian world, it's like more crazier. So
Yeah, that's like that's the wild. Yeah, just be like smart about everything. I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Smart,
be intuitive.
time and place.
Think about people out there, you know.
And go to track every now and again. You get your rocks off over there.
We do need more tracks here.
Yes, I know you got to be in line and you got to do all this other stuff, but you don't have to stress out about hitting another car, cops there. I know the adrenaline rush, all your endorphins might not be going off because you're not doing something illegal. We go to track every once in a while. Ah! My doggos! My doggos!
Fatality.
So,
You could have put it on the side of the taco.
yeah, you just put it back in. Like, yeah, just eat it anyway, right? It's a clean floor. There's no animals in here. Huh? You don't, Darryl, you don't be doing nothing wild? You don't do nothing wild in that? These tacos are really good, actually.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I kind of do. I do want to eat it. Even though, yeah.
I was like,
Dude, 5-minute rule.
hey, it was on the ground for like 10 seconds. I got it.
I should have caught it with my sock, right?
Y'all seen that movie Waiting?
Huh?
No.
It's a movie with Ryan Reynolds and about the restaurant. It's basically don't mess with people that handle your food.
Someone told me about that movie too.
You gotta watch it. So there's a clip in there where that guy accidentally dropped the food and he's picking it up with his tongs and he couldn't pick it up. So he's like sliding it all over to the floor in the back where everybody like walks. And then it took him like 2 minutes. He's like, man, we have to switch the 2-second rule to 5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, when you get to the point, you're like smearing it all over the floor. And just
Yeah, he
picking
was
it up.
using
It's
like a mop. I was like,
It's
what
like,
the
all
heck?
right.
That movie's awesome though because there's people that are mean that order and they're like entitled. You ever like hear people next to you sometimes when you go out in a restaurant? They're like, I ordered 2 pieces of shrimp, not 3. That's free. We just gave you an extra one. No, but I said 2.
Yeah.
Totally neglect that you got a free shrimp. Like
I was at Starbucks and like people was like real deal upset, and ever since I got a job, like I always think about like when I like got my first job,
That me?
and like you understand like, all right, people are working, they don't have the proper tools back there, they might be tired, they got their own stuff going on in their life. Oh, I'll eat it. It's okay.
for sure.
Yeah, I'll eat it.
I was like, if not, you can have these. I'll eat that one.
I'll eat it.
You're
You're just gonna trade tacos? Yeah, actually, I'm gonna get Daryl's tacos because it's safe. You done made a mess. Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna get these tacos.
No, no. I'm already
Appreciate
getting full,
it.
to be honest.
Yeah.
And I haven't touched my. Dude, I'm gonna get that from now on.
Yeah, these were really good. I like the sauce on there. Yeah.
Sriracha mayo.
I can make that.
I need some cilantro and onions on those.
Yeah. That's the only thing that is kind of missing. Maybe if it was like a corn tortilla.
Something.
Yeah. But yeah, I was in Starbucks and like you see people like getting upset. And like, bro, you see there's only 5 people back there. There's 30 people in here.
Right.
Wanting, you know.
What's taking so long?
What's taking so long on my custom coffee? Like, ma'am, can we help you? Yeah, I've been waiting for da 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 da. It was just like, bro, you don't see them working back there. And then on top of that, they got online orders, and people with the online orders are elitists. They think that they can just come in there and take it.
I did mine through the app. Walks right in front of you.
Oh, it's not ready yet. You know what I mean?
It's going on. Sir, you ordered this 30 seconds ago. It's still online says it was fast. Most of the people don't have the concept of how if you see other people working and they're really trying to pump everything out, you know, a lot of people like us would be like, oh man, take your time. You're working hard.
You're good.
Other people see it as a business. Like, okay, so I just paid for this drink. It's not my problem you guys are short staff, you know, or train that person better, whatever.
And then my mind was blown. I thought like Starbucks, I don't know why I thought this, but Starbucks was like really making their banana bread. But it was like, I saw the lady, she like reached in the cabinet, she grabbed a packet, opened it, threw it in the oven, brought it out. Michael, I was like, yo.
I didn't order a sponge.
My mind's blown.
What is this? Banana
But-
bread? No.
To circle back, the people that get upset at little stupid stuff like that, I don't think they're gonna survive too long in the primal state.
I would definitely agree with you on that one.
Is that a decided factor? Not so much, but I would dare say there are a good 75% of those people.
I give it.
75. I would say 85.
I would give him like a week max.
Yeah, because the entitlement.
That's too nice of
The
you.
entitlement is.
I like that. Is
insane.
being generous.
That's being very
Yeah.
generous. I'd say 4 days.
I was going to say 2.
Now you're speaking my language. That's
Say
realistic. Because when
You know what I
shit
mean?
hits the
So-
fan, shoot. I'm telling you right now, those type of people with those self-entitlement stuff, sure, you have lots of money, you can do whatever. I mean, I would like to try, you know. I was talking to this millionaire, and I was like, oh, so what do you do? Whatever. He owns like a power plant somewhere in, you know, international, whatever. And he's like, money isn't everything. And I'm like, see, why do all of you say that? And he was like, what do you mean? It really isn't. I'm like, I get it because you have it. I personally haven't experienced that. So I would like to try that before I could say and agree with you. Because
So I think there's like there's a couple things with that statement. Yes, money isn't everything, but you still need it, and it's still very important.
extremely.
It's important. Like, you need money to be able to enjoy certain things.
Or go through
like-
health stuff.
Yeah, or just like basic stuff. It's a necessity for you to have. I think what people say is like, it's if you have like a love for money, then that becomes different than like, oh, I need it. I like having money to take care of everything I want and need, and then cool, but then I still value personal relationships, friendships, stuff like that.
Because it's the whole thing. Like we trade our time and skills for a paycheck, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then all that time, like my wife and I were talking about it, I was like, how much PTO do you have? She was like, yeah, I got like 100 hours. I said, 100 hours? How the heck did you have 100 hours? Her accrual rate's like 7 point something. I was like, dang, I need to work at Paramount. She was like, nah, you wouldn't really like it. I was like, you're right. But still.
You're right.
But still. I said, bro, this is crazy. I really trade 90 to 100 plus hours for 4.3.
That's your accrual rate?
That's my accrual rate. So two weeks, which equals out to 90 to 100 plus hours of clock time to get 4 point. I don't even get a whole day. I don't get a whole day. And the company was like, yeah. They give me 4.3.
Wow.
And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, why didn't I explain this as a kid? Like, hey, man.
What, growing up as a trap?
Definitely, I would have played video games more. I would have uploaded to YouTube. I would have did all this stuff while I was still in my parents' house, rent free, bill free, all this stuff.
Oh, you work now? Okay.
Yeah.
Work again later.
Me and
Okay.
Marina we would actually did our comic book that we said we would draw. We would actually do so much stuff.
It's like, nah, let's be adults. Years later.
Yeah, here we are.
Nah, this ain't it.
Damn it.
This ain't it. Mike trying to trade lives with Caleb. Can you go to work and I'll just chill at home?
Yeah,
Go to
just
school.
relax.
Well, if you think about it, in order to survive in America, think about panhandlers. If you stand out there for like 8 hours and someone gives you at least $1 every hour, you could literally go to any McDonald's or whatever dollar menu, eat something for the day, have a cup of water with that, use their bathroom, and then go out there.
Side note, there's like this dude, he was like, he didn't have an actual job, he just went out and panhandled. He make hundreds of dollars a day.
Yeah.
Right? And he like, they're like, this person's always out here, they're always getting money. And then come to find out, like, someone went behind him, they had parked there, like, I forget what car it was, but it's like a nice car, and they parked it behind the building. Mm-hmm. And he got in a nice behind car and drove to that nice behind house and like,
Oh my gosh.
and charged me money.
That's
It's like,
ridiculous.
people can be making bank.
Well, there's
Seen that
this,
in Cali.
there's this other dude. He had a Six Flags membership, or it was one of the amusement parks. So he ended up paying for college, saving up for his house, bought his fiance, now wife, a ring and everything, because he figured he could save money because he worked close enough to where he could go to Six Flags. Let's just say Six Flags. You go to Six Flags, eat their food, whatever options that they had, because he already paid for the pass. You get free food.
Yeah.
Go back to work, do whatever he had to do. He saved enough money doing that. He bought a house, bought the ring, and all this other stuff. Just doing that. You know how crazy that is? That's insane. The only reason
Membership's still available?
like the extremes that we had to go through just to like
But that's just being smart and defeating the system.
Yeah.
yeah, but your insides are also trash for those like if you didn't all you eating is his amusement park hamburger, hot dog, corn dog, fries, nachos.
I mean,
That's
at least you know where it's coming from.
That's really keeping the big picture in mind.
Did you guys change the grease on this? This corn dog tastes a little different.
I forgot what show I was watching. They were like eating hamburgers. I guess like the daughter or whatever, she like find out what hamburgers are made out of,
Yeah.
made out of like the process stuff that happens.
Burgers?
You're like, you just killed little Jeffrey and stuff like that. And he's like, the dad's like, yeah, he tastes pretty good. But yeah, it's wild and stuff. But speaking of like crazy and over the top and swindlers and whatnot, let's talk about the Fast and Furious series because I feel like 9. I did not like that movie at all.
Mine was trash, bro.
And I went and saw it like 3 or 4 times just because I told people I would go with them to their groups. Because beforehand, I was like several different groups like, hey, let's go see Fast and Furious. Cool, I'm down. Saw the first time, dang it. And they're like, oh, Reno's still coming? Can't back out of this. Dang it, Reno. I just said, yeah, already. All right, gonna go. Another group said, dang, I gotta go. Only time I see like the worst movie I've ever seen, I seen it like 4 times in 1 week, and I was like, yeah, this movie sucks.
Yeah,
Did not get better.
So I watch Fast and Furious periodically, you know, in the house and everything, right? So my son said his first curse word because of Fast and Furious.
Which one?
So we was watching Fast and Furious. Is it the Fast and Furious or
Is that
Fast?
the first one?
4.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and
That's
Furious.
it. Without the.
He was watching Fast and Furious, and it was when Brian, he was going, and then the guy on the overhead, on the overhead ramp, whatever you want to call that.
Overpass.
Was he
Overpass.
driving the Skyline, the blue Skyline? Racing Dom?
Yeah, he was doing the blue skyline, and then the car flipped and came down. He dropped the S-bomb, and then my son dropped the S-bomb right in front of me, and I was like, and then my wife looked at me, and then I looked at my son, I looked at the TV, and I was just like, well.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, so but he likes Furious 9 for whatever reason.
You can't see me, John Cena.
Yeah, that was it wasn't a good movie. Everybody looks old. Everybody.
I would so.
I would say Ludacris and Tyrese probably aged the best out of like you.
Black don't crack.
You don't see like Han. He kind of still looks the same. You know, you just tell that he got a little bigger. But
I think it cut his hair too much.
I think they did too.
If he had long hair, he'd be skinny.
Yeah. John Cena, old. Vin Diesel, old. Letty, old.
Bro, she looked, oh my god, bro.
She was old.
In the movie, I was like,
Mia.
you look like you could be his mother. What do you
Mia's old.
Did she take her medicine? No? Okay.
Okay, so my issue was like one. I was like, so he has a brother now. Never mentioned ever before.
Never mentioned him.
You was set this up for nothing.
He was exiled like in Lion King too. With
yeah, it was
yeah.
like
One.
And it's like, all right, cool. And now he went to the military, became some like top agent and crap like this, and was like just the bomb.
There wasn't really any backstory to this guy. It was just they got into a fight.
Well, they made
right?
it. Yeah, they just.
And then he he turned into a spy after that.
I feel like this is one of the movies
That's how they-
where, like,
that's
you
how we
sit
got
down
here.
and just throw out random ideas. Like,
Furious 7. We should have stopped at Furious 7.
Is that the one with?
Listen,
Furious 7. I feel like we got to
I actually like Fate 8
a legitimate
and Hobbs and
a
Shaw.
legitimate.
Which
ending.
one was the last one with Brian in it?
7.
Like half of the movie.
So-
the rest was CGI.
So when 3, like I don't know if you guys watched like all the extra deleted scenes and all that stuff, all the Fast and
Which
Furious.
one?
Yeah, some of it.
I was on a binge, like, because I do this periodically. I was on a binge, and I was like, I've never seen a deleted scenes in the behind or whatever on it, right? So then, when Justin Lin came on, the director for 3, then he, that was real driving. So 1 and 2 wasn't real driving. When 3 came along,
She was
Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift, right?
Tokyo Drift. That's real driving. Then he took on the rest of the movies, right? So, no. He didn't do 4 because 4 wasn't real driving. And then when he came back,
For like Fast and Furious? 4?
Fast and Furious,
Before Fast 5?
before Fast 5.
Okay.
So then when he came back for 5, he was like, yeah, we got to do all this other stuff. So, like, they're basically filling in plot holes, right?
Yeah.
I feel like all the
Filling in
arcs,
potholes, yeah.
all the arcs were done at 7, right? Because in 5 They got the money, right? We could have ended at 5, to be completely honest. We could have been done at 5. We could have got.
They got the money.
We got the money. We're successful.
They couldn't go to jail. They were good.
We're successful, right?
Yeah.
But Han's alive. Everything's like that. So that's when we realized that Tokyo Drift.
Don't forget about Giselle. Y'all
Giselle,
on Wonder
right?
Woman.
Right. So everybody's alive. A happy ending, right? Well, we made too much money, so we got to come back.
Exactly.
So now we did 6. So then the actual timeline is 5, 6, 3, Tokyo Drift, 7, 8, if I'm not mistaken.
We're missing Fast and Furious. Without the.
Yeah.
Which one?
No, okay, so
which one was
It's
that?
1,
It's
2,
1.
Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift, Fast 5, 6, 7
No, Tokyo Drift,
was before.
because Fast was before Fast. It was after Fast 5.
Yeah.
Because-
Tokyo Drift was in Fast 5.
Because Han was
After
still
Fast
alive
5, yeah.
in Fast 5.
Yeah.
And Han was still alive in Furious 6.
Mm-hmm.
No, Fast 6. And
So
then,
after 6.
Let's just call it what it is. 6,
Yeah.
7.
yeah, and then
Was he in 7? He was. No.
Who was in 7?
He was in 7.
Giselle died in 6.
Giselle died in 6.
Giselle died in 6.
Han
Then he
didn't
went
show
to
up on
Tokyo.
7.
And then that's the reason why he went to Tokyo.
Yeah.
So then Tokyo Drift is there.
Mm-hmm.
7 is
brother.
Jason Statham killed Han because they got Shaw.
Right.
And then Brian died in real life.
Mid movie at 7.
Paul Walker died in real life,
Yeah.
mid-movie in 7.
Dude, that was in 2012.
Yeah.
So-
They did like a tribute. That's
So
not
then,
like a-
yeah, he died in real life.
But
So,
they didn't kill his character off though. They just like
yeah, which
CGI that mug.
there's like he left the car scene.
which was just like,
he left the scene.
which was like, bro, come on. So then,
He came back in the last movie.
so then 7
He came
was-
for dinner. He's still out of the car scene. He just came for dinner. He
7 was complete.
For the barbecue.
7 was complete. Like everything
True.
was done. We beat everybody, right? So then they're like, hey, we could still do this. We can still make
Okay,
some money.
okay, all right. So here's what I think happens, right?
Well, that's what happens.
We like, all
corporately.
right, Han died, but we want to bring Han back, or like we want to create some more characters. So
All right, Mr.
we're gonna be
Nobody
like
coming back.
Yeah.
We're gonna show some like in the next movie some backstory how Han died. He like
Yeah.
Jason Statham killed them.
Because if you look at all the
And
movies,
they were like, okay, Han dies, but we want him back. He's a fan favorite, so we're gonna like, oh,
Yeah.
he didn't die. It was a setup by Mr.
Ooh.
Whatever.
I just
Nobody.
found a hole in the story.
They're adding extra stuff on
Yeah.
top of it just to be like, oh, this would make sense. And like this happened.
well, if you notice, Fast and Furious, 2 Fast and Furious, and Tokyo Drift all had very loose storylines. It wasn't that deep, nothing like that. So it was just
Because
like
it was about the cars.
it was
This is
basically
perfect.
yeah, it was basically like a 1 page. They just turned it in there like this is the premise, go type thing. And then when they made all the other movies, they're like, oh, we can add this because we didn't answer this. But then when they did 8, it was just like, all right.
I mean, just added extra stuff like, okay, Dom magically had a baby. Cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna add to like super tacker.
I like that girl better than Letty, by the way. She was way hotter.
See the here nor there.
Nothing against Letty, please don't beat me up.
Yeah, beauty's an eye of the beholder.
I mean, nothing beats Giselle, but okay. So right. To
Ah, damn it, you're right.
and then like, yeah, I feel like after 7, they just like kept adding stuff.
Yeah.
They just be like, oh, another movie, or one of the, I think at some point they just got under contract for 10 movies, and then
Yeah.
yeah, like, all right, we need to fill this out.
So yeah, and that was just one of those things. Like 8 was clearly like, all right, there's something we got. What can we grab from one of these 7 movies to make another movie?
Sir, I know. How about we use Mr. Nobody's trickery to bring Han back, even though the hole in the story right here is when Sean was running towards the car and saw him upside down before the car blows up.
Yeah.
What do you think? Perfect. Throw it in there.
Yep.
No,
We
no,
never
no,
should-
no, no, because they faked the explosion. Apparently, within that split second, he was out the car.
But in the movie Tokyo Drift, if you remember,
Yeah, he literally
Yeah.
walks up.
He was, like,
he
running
directly-
towards
He
him.
runs
He tried to
towards
get him
the
out. He's
literal-
like,
Mila and him saw his ass upside down, and then the car exploded. In the movie Fast 9, when they were explaining his arrival or getting away,
He got out.
he got out before it exploded. Hole in the story. Pay me $1 million. Just like that kid that found Elon Musk's fucking plane. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
And the only reason we know this stuff is because, like, as car people, we don't have that much stuff to really watch.
I
Like,
seen some,
we really don't.
I seen some meme trying to find out like how the floor plate, in like the first movie,
Yeah.
falls off.
It's a danger.
So much nos,
Danger
man.
manifold.
So much
Danger
nos.
It's like
manifold.
what in the world would cause that just to fall off?
He has a heavy foot.
And why'd you cut that out?
You're an amateur.
Why'd you cut that on your street car?
That's like another like. What was the purpose of that? It's like, there was nothing there, so why is there like a plate
there.
That is
on your floor?
Is that an exit?
Yeah, was that wind saving? Like, what?
They did like the Flintstones.
Yeah.
Thing, in case it didn't
We
go
would've
off.
That was just in case his nos didn't kick in.
pushed
Don't forget to take your shoe off.
Yeah,
Remember,
kick
better
the
traction.
ground.
So like, what would y'all like to actually see in like the last
Racing again. I would like them to go back to the.
I want to see Race Wars again, like the first and I think
Race
it's like
Wars
the
was
second
pretty
one.
Yeah.
Go back to like actual like Race Wars.
'Cause they
I
did
would
race
do
in there,
that. Yeah. Do back to the original street racing back in Los
car
Angeles
wash.
or whatever.
Like, they could have.
Race Wars.
I would, yeah.
Like, no-
After this one,
no
I don't
spy
want to
stuff.
see Vin Diesel. Like,
No
they need to
spy
reset.
stuff, no flying cars. No like.
Jump off the cliff.
None of
Make
that
Dom
stuff.
hook the fucking.
And I'm okay with like the kind of like even Furious 6. It wasn't bad because they were still using cars.
9 was over the top though.
They're still using
9
cars,
was
but
over
like
the top.
now we're in space. Are we serious right now?
With a Fiero. That's
I will-
tight.
Okay, so
I'm
at that
okay.
point, I was like, I understand, like, each movie you make, they're trying to, like, all right, how can we top the last great
Yeah.
stunt that we did before? All right, so now you got the space. What's next? We're going to go to Mars. and meet aliens
Freaking
and
Dom
stuff?
stomped
We're
the
gonna-
ground and then the
The
whole
last
parking
mission,
garage
you got to
fell.
go to.
I was like, first of all, he's not that strong.
He's not that strong.
Like he's superhuman.
Like Dom, he got hit by so much stuff that would have knocked. Like,
God, the
bro,
battle with him versus The Rock.
come on, man, come on,
I'm like,
come
they're
on,
strong. They ain't that
come
strong.
on,
They
man.
did not end that with a tie. You know.
Yeah, but Jason Momoa is supposed to be the villain in the new Fast and
with
Furious.
Charlize Theron because she's still alive, clearly.
Yeah, because we still got to do the
You
espionage.
gotta
and
do like I think they're probably gonna
Other
do some
stuff.
stupid ensemble cast where you just bring back every
Until
single-
she's dead, this cannot, you know.
It's gotta
Stop.
be over. Like if they would have did something, it'd probably be more boring. It probably wouldn't put a lot of like it wouldn't get the masses in. But like someone like battling between doing street racing and going pro, like something like that would probably be more realistic. But like it wouldn't. It'd be too much.
Because to me, it's like just a simple nostalgia of like whole thing of them trying to build cars.
Yeah.
Just to race. Like Brian's whole thing. I was like, I just need to put like, oh Hector, I need 2 NOS tanks. It's like, oh, and stuff. And then like what's his
Too
name?
much NOS.
What's his name? Who died in the first one? The genius kid, autistic kid,
Jesse.
Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like. Stuff like that, like he was sitting there. They had like the little program where he like build out the cars, stuff like that.
No, he was doing that on a floppy disk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Freaking floppy disk, bro.
Imagine he had a
floppy
Fast
disk.
8
Yeah,
technology.
Freaking CAD. He would have
He'll
been
take 2 Fieros together.
man. He would have been 3D printing motors.
He would have created a new motor.
I made a VTEC Viper engine. Check this out.
This- yeah, they went way too
I
far.
feel like it should just go back to the grassroots for the last one. Just like settle it down.
Yeah, but
But
then
y'all can make it a whole family thing where everybody gets together. and
call it
shows
something
their
else.
show.
But then that's our only action movie. Like we really haven't had too much action movies. You know, like growing up, like we had like Terminator, Rambo.
True.
Does John Van what was his name?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, that guy.
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
That was a pretty tight movie too.
Who else? There was another guy.
Brawley.
But there's like a bunch of action heroes, right?
yeah,
so like,
Sylvester Stallone.
but yeah, we don't really have too many. Like, I mean, we had Transporter.
Willis.
We had Transporter. And he's in Fast and Furious. We have The Rock, Fast and Furious. Jason Momoa, yeah, he's. Oh, I guess Marvel is kind of taking that action slot for us, the superhero movies.
Well, yeah, this is like the decade of like, or not even a decade.
Well,
They're
DC
doing a lot
came
of
back
big
with a
races.
new Batman movie. A lot of people
Yeah.
said it was really good.
I haven't seen that one
I haven't
yet.
seen it yet, but
Because I'm like, is that not Christian Bale?
I
No.
don't-
Is that the
I
other
don't.
guy? No, I don't know who that is.
DC has failed me so many times. I'm like, I'm not too
It's
excited to see. And
Yeah.
this is what Batman 5 for us now. Like, I don't know if I really want to see another one.
I know.
Best Christian Bale Batman movie.
I like Batman, Dark Knight, The Dark Knight.
With
I like the one with Joker.
Yeah,
I like the
with
one
Joker.
in it.
Bane
I like
was
the
good.
Joker too.
Bane was good too, but I think I like Bane because his speeches was really cool.
Yeah.
But then
Joker's
Joker's
just performance just like
yeah, it was insane, and
But he had
like
some good points too.
it really made Batman like you bet someone with the same resolve as you, but just on the other side.
Have you guys seen the newest movie, The Joker? Like how he became the
Yeah.
Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I didn't
actually
really,
a sad movie.
I didn't really care for that movie like that.
it was like really slow until like the last like 30 minutes, and it kind of like picked up crazy.
But it's just the story in general,
Yeah.
why he became crazy.
Yeah.
I think they're supposed to he's supposed to be apparently a part of the new Batman universe.
Really?
Oh, so they're going to use the reanimation jutsu?
There's,
Oh, that'd be. It'd be cool.
they're like
That's
he
tight.
might
Joaquin
he might
Phoenix.
have him in the one with what's his name in it.
Who
So
has the Infinity Gauntlet this time?
He would be. I guess he's all right, Joker. It's just like you can't really top Heath Ledger because he was. Yeah, that was really good.
that performance is like crazy.
That was really good.
But I do like the way...
I'd rather them keep it more comic accurate because I don't like when the DC people are like, "Well, this is my interpretation, and
There's a lot
this
of-
is the ground. This is grounded."
We
and
don't
we're-
want interpretation.
I don't
We
care
wanna see
about none
exactly
of
what we
that.
see in the
I want to
comics.
see what I had on Saturday morning when Batman was blowing up stuff and the villains were blowing up stuff. That's what I want.
It's like I want to see Batman Beyond. I want to see Static
Oh,
Shock.
Batman Beyond.
I
Yeah,
want to see Static Shock because they became friends and like in the episodes together.
I want a legit Robin.
Legit Robin. Yeah.
Legit
I was very
Nightwing.
disappointed with the movie Justice League.
Yeah,
It's not like the cartoon Justice League.
No.
That's...
No,
That would've been tight.
I didn't even like Batman versus Superman. I was like,
they did too.
I didn't
They
even
did.
watch it because I was so
They
bad.
did so much in that movie. they just. Oh my gosh.
Ben Affleck, stop.
And the thing about like when you mess up a comic book movie, it's like, bro, you have years, like especially with Batman and Superman, 1920. From 1920 till now, you have source material.
True.
You have millions of pages of source
Do you guys want to
material.
get blacked out right now? Do you guys want to get blacked out right now? You want to talk about a disappointment, okay? Dragon Ball Z.
Was they
oh,
supposed
that
to-
real life
you-
movie?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't.
We're not even gonna talk about that.
Yeah, you don't make live action.
We don't talk about
You
that.
don't make live action.
Okay,
animated
so there you go.
movie. Yeah,
No,
you
no.
just don't do it.
That movie.
Success. They're blacked out. They can't even
It
talk.
was- yeah,
that
it
movie
was-
never existed.
Yeah, it made no sense to even.
I'm like, the whole time when I saw
They
it,
changed everything.
Wait,
And then-
like, where's the cameo?
And then pitching that to an American audience too is just like you couldn't,
I think it was a slap in the face.
especially if you're
They
like
did it
well,
on purpose. I promise you.
Yeah, they were like you
They
can't
knew what they
get
were
people
doing.
into anime like
It's
that.
crazy because I see like the live adaptation of Bleach.
Oh,
Like, it was bad, but it wasn't as bad as Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z was the worst.
Like, it was like
Dragon Ball Evolution. Don't say Dragon Ball. It was Dragon Ball Evolution.
That is very true. Thank you. Because then it just makes me forget about all Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Super movie. What?
I can't even like. I forgot how they even had Piccolo look. 'Cause I thought Piccolo was
Dude, you
like,
didn't see Piccolo. You see him once, and he looked like Roger in real life from American Dad. I'm here. Oh, are you gonna Kamehameha wave me?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was-
that's exactly what happened. Oh, I got a senso bean. You don't, Goku.
you just don't make.
Wait, I
it.
forgot you're in high school.
I think what they did, Cowboy Bebop was fine because Cowboy Bebop doesn't
I
have.
heard they took that down for some reason.
I think that it canceled
It was,
the next
offended
one.
people or
Conspiracy.
something. Oh,
But Cowboy Bebop doesn't have superpowers or anything like that. They're just space cowboys, like literally
Yeah, true.
bounty hunters in space. So like that's something that you could do. But like something like Naruto, like they're doing a One Piece live action, which I'm very skeptic about, even though Oda is involved.
Started to watch it.
I'm just like, oh, God, please don't suck.
Naruto
Please
live
don't,
action movie would be crazy.
please don't suck.
Please don't. I'm not even gonna watch it because I feel like they're gonna. It's gonna
I feel-
disappoint me. I'm gonna be so upset.
I feel like a Naruto live action would be such a disappointment
You can't
because
do
they're
it.
like,
Unless it's just about Rock Lee.
Yeah.
but
taijutsu.
but can you even do Rock Lee justice though? Because he wasn't.
Oh, true. When he took the
Yeah,
weights
when-
off.
when he took the
Oh my
weights
Like
off.
that iconic moment when he takes the weights off, you can't replicate.
Yeah, and then when he opens
No.
the gates.
or the gates.
And then how are you going to do Gar?
You know, throw Sander.
Yeah.
in the back. Take two. You didn't throw it properly. Take three.
You Because the tried and true Marvel, right? That's why DC keeps on doing all these movies, because Marvel's like killing it. Like you need the budget to back it, because if you have a poor budget with those type of shows, the movie's just gonna suck. And that's, you know, we need budgets and stuff like
and
that.
it's like, how are you gonna do the Naruto versus Sasuke fight?
Yeah.
That thing.
How you do when Madara shows up?
You need like.
What are you gonna do with Madara? Yes, Madara.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do when he's in front of the 5 nations?
when even like the animators had to change the whole animation for that
Because
fight.
it was so intense.
Yeah, like
the pain in Naruto. Like I'm like, what happened here? Am I like my eyes deceiving?
yeah.
What's
Every
going on
time
right
it was
now?
like a very serious. Like when Jiraiya fought the Six Pass and the animation changed, I was like, oh god, oh snap, this is about to go down.
Every time the animation changes, everybody shut up.
What are you? Be quiet! I'm watching Naruto.
It's like,
No,
yeah.
but seriously, the Madara scene, that's a very good point, because he killed people just running through him. Just running.
He took on the entire 5 nations.
Yeah, he took.
Like,
Yeah, one man took on the whole world, literally.
Bro, just like wiped
literally by himself.
hand-to-hand combat, just wiped them all out.
With just his,
Yeah, all him.
Mangekyo Sharingan, dude. Oh, when he did his fire breathing jutsu, fireball jutsu, and then you need like 1,000 people to do the water jutsu just for that one guy. That was nuts. There was a meme about that. Madara standing up top, coronavirus, and the 5 nations.
Oh god.
Mask, alcohol, soap. That is a legitimate meme right there.
Dang.
That's
Yeah.
pretty lit.
Oh, did anyone start a timer?
Yeah, it's about time to wrap. Yeah, it's time to wrap up. It's been an hour,
Okay.
so
All
exactly an hour.
All
So,
right,
I
that's
was just
fun,
making sure.
guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, this is
right,
awesome.
the food was good.
It was good. What place was this?
I don't know. I'm gonna check that out one more
But
time.
yeah, talked about a lot. Good conversation.
Oh, yeah.
It's our first guest too. So we really appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Definitely
Appreciate
have to
it.
do it again. Any final thoughts?
I know we do say we're doing a lot of, like, we're working on doing a lot of stuff, okay? And we're trying to follow through with them, but you know, life is going like kind of crazy.
Unless you want to go primal.
Yes, and it's been getting crazier seemingly like every day.
Oh my gosh, man.
And we just want to do race car stuff with our friends. That's all we want to do.
That is very true.
That's it.
Please be safe out
That's
there.
all we want to
Don't be
do.
Doing crazy things.
But yeah, and be safe. Be
Yes.
safe.
Please, por favor.
That
Okay.
means please now. now, please.
What we do since the whole Russian thing, пожалуйста, сосите нам.
Da.
So, you know, so we usually end up with some like encouraging thoughts or like statement or whatever. Do you have anything you might want to tell the people's?
For those out there who are really, really putting in some work, trying to, provide for the family, the best advice that someone ever taught me was work smarter, not harder. And I asked, what did you mean? And he said that, did you know that hustling only makes you tired, not rich? And I'm like, interesting. So just take that into consideration. Work smarter, not harder. So
So with that being said, peace out. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and catch y'all soon.
On the next one. Yep.
peace.